and exhale it forward to the right. Here you have your chair. If you have a yoga mat, you can set it underneath the chair. And then just get comfortable. Relax, lean back, close the eyes. And let's take a couple of cleansing breaths. So a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth to exhale it out. And again, in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Good. Go ahead and seal the lips and just start to breathe in and out through the nose. See if you can start to deepen your inhales and lengthen your exhales. So see if you can maybe start by inhaling to the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale to 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that going. If you want to add more, you can inhale to the count of 6, and you can exhale to the count of 7. Okay, so just doing what works for you. Just really slowing down the breath. Deepening, breathing into the belly. Lengthening, slowing down that exhale. So really just going inward and really just paying attention to your breath and letting go of everything else. So everything that you were doing before you came to your chair for your practice today, letting go of all that might be happening after you're done. Just being in the present moment. Just be with your breath. Be right here, right now. Good. On your inhale, go ahead and blink the eyes open. And we'll sit up nice and tall now. So come away from the back of your chair, sit forward. Bring your ankles underneath the knees with your toes pointing forward. And then ground down through the sitting bones. Sit tall through the crown of the head. Good. On your inhale, let's take the shoulders all the way up to the ears. And then exhale, roll them back and down. Good. 2 more like that. Inhale. And exhale back and down. 1 more time. Inhaling up. And exhale it back and down. Good. Let's go ahead and inhale now, grow tall. Exhale, drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Let's take the right hand up and over now. So just touching right above the ear, maybe touching the ear. And without pulling, you don't need to pull or tug, just breathe into this. We're letting the extra weight of the arm kind of help you in your stretch. The stretch is from the ear to the shoulder on your left side. Keep breathing. Good. Maybe you can even take the left arm out. Flex the wrist. Good. Release, come back to center, grow tall on the inhale. Exhale to the left, so left ear to left shoulder. And then take the left hand up and over, just resting it gently above the ear, maybe touching the ear. That good stretch from ear to shoulder, maybe even taking the right arm out. You can kind of press away, a little more stretch. Good, release and come back to center. And then take the hands behind you. You can either just place them at the low back or maybe you can interlace the fingers. Either way, bring the shoulders back and down, right? And then maybe start to lift the heart up. If your fingers are interlaced, maybe you can take the fist down towards the chair a little bit more. Take the gaze up. Good, and then come back to center. Keep your hands where they are, and then just drop the chin down towards the chest. Couple of breaths here. If it feels good to you, you can rock your chin back and forth. Okay, it was paused. Coming back to center here, hands to the knees. All right, let's do some cat-cow stretches here. So on your inhale, bring the chest forward, bring the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, maybe even slide the hands back a little bit, squeeze the elbows together for a seated cow. Good, and then on your exhale, we're gonna push away and round the spine. Hands to the knees now, really rounding the shoulders forward, shoulder blades separating for a seated cat pose. Good. On your inhale, come forward again. Chin up, heart up. Good. Exhale, rounding back. Couple more on your own. Keep breathing nice and even here. Good. Come back to center when you're ready. All right, take the right hand to the side of the chair. We're going to lift up through the left fingertips, really reaching towards the stars, and then exhale, let's lean over to the right. So don't let the hips pop up here. Keep both sitting bones grounded down and find a big stretch in the side body. Good. Inhale to center. Let's switch. So left hand comes down, right fingers reaching up high, reaching for the stars. Exhale over to the other side. Keep breathing into the side body. Find that nice stretch. Do whatever is comfortable with the head. Good. Inhale, come back to center, reaching both hands high now. And on your exhale, we're going to take a twist to the right. So right hand to the side of the chair or the back of the chair. Your left hand is holding on to the outside of that right leg. Grow tall on the inhale. Twist more on the exhale. So now you can really use that left hand for leverage, twisting even deeper into your twist. Yeah, do that. Good. Inhale, come back to center, reaching the hands up high, finding space, and then exhale, twisting in the opposite direction now. Left hand to the side of the chair or the back of the chair, sitting up nice and tall on your inhale, twisting even more on your exhale. Good. Inhale, come on back to center. All right, hands to the knees. Sitting up tall, let's do a mini sun salutation. So we're going to connect our breath with our movement here, warming up from the inside out. So let's inhale and sweep the arms up. And we get to the top, look up, and then exhale, bend at the elbows, cactus the arms, reach the heart up. Good. Inhale, take the arms back up again, palms together, and exhale them to heart center. Good. One breath, one movement, two more times. Let's inhale, sweep up. Exhale, cactus. Inhaling up. And exhale to heart center. Good. Inhaling up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale up. Exhale to heart center. Good. Hands to the knees now. We're going to walk the feet out just a little bit wider than hip distance. All right, we're going to add on to our sun salutation with a forward fold. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhaling up. Exhale to heart center. Hands to the knees. Pull the belly button in towards the spine as you reach the heart forward, coming to a forward fold. It can be here, or maybe the forearms here, or maybe you can take the hands down to the ankles or even to the floor. Just let the crown of the head hang down as much as possible. And then we're going to come up halfway, reaching through the crown of the head to lengthen the spine. And then exhale, fold again. Good. Hands to the knees. Keep your chin to the chest. Pull the belly button in and slowly roll the spine up one vertebrae at a time. The chin will come up last. Take your time. Slow, slow, slow. The chin comes up last, and then we'll inhale, shoulders up. And exhale, let it go. All right, let's take the right hand to the right shoulder and make some circles with that right elbow. Good, and then slow it down and go in the opposite direction. Good, release. Let's do the other side. Left hand to left shoulder, and we'll make circles with the elbow. Notice how your shoulders are feeling today. Notice if one side feels a lot different than the other. Slow it down. Let's go in the opposite direction. Notice any sounds that your shoulder might make. Maybe that's just me cracking. All right, go ahead and release that hand. And then let's take the arms out to the sides. We're going to give ourselves a big hug. So right arm over left. Go ahead and give yourself a hug, holding onto the shoulders. Maybe squeeze really tight. It's up to you. And then maybe even swing side to side, or like you're rocking a baby. Good. Stopping in the middle. We'll inhale the elbows up. And then exhale, lower them down. Release. Take the arms out to the side. Left arm over right now. Give yourself a really big hug. Maybe a really tight squeeze. It's up to you. See how that feels. Maybe sway side to side. And then stopping in the middle. Inhale, elbows up. And exhale, lower them down. Release. And shake that out. Take the arms straight out in front of you now and bring the palms together. Okay, we're going to roll over the thumbs to the backs of the hands. And now turn your fingers down and then towards you. Right when they're pointing at the chest, you're pressing into the backs of the hands to give your wrists a stretch. Okay, and then rolling all the way out, palms up. Thumbs together, palms together. Roll over the thumbs to the backs of the hands. We'll move a little faster. Fingers towards you. Press into the backs of the hands and roll it all the way open and palms together over the thumbs. Let's do it one more time. Fingers towards you and open up. Thumbs together. Awesome. Hands to heart center. All right. Taking the right heel forward and flexing the toes towards your face. And then we'll point, and then flex, and then point, and then make circles with the foot, getting it into the ankle. Go in the opposite direction. Good. Bring the heel down, and then turn to face your toes now. Okay. Bringing your right hand down. Left hand can come to the opposite knee. Make sure that ankle is right underneath the knee on this side. All right. So we're going to stretch the hamstring now. If the hamstring's really tight, you're going to bend the knee. So see how you do with this. You want to come down with a flat back as much as possible. So Don't try to round and hunch over and reach your toes, okay? Instead, sitting up tall, belly button in, reach the heart forward, hinge at the hips. And then, like I said, if you need to bend the knee, bend the knee. It doesn't matter if you can reach your toes or not today. You just want to find this stretch at the back of the thigh and breathe. You can let the head go whenever you've come to your edge today. Good. Inhale, slowly come on up and grab the back of the thigh and lift the knee up. Now here you can either grab at the ankle and bring it across to the opposite thigh, or, and create this figure four, or you can cross at the opposite ankle if that's too difficult for you, okay? If you're good here, that's fine. Just see if you can open the knee a little bit more, sit up nice and tall. If you're here, you're flexing the toes and maybe pressing the knee down a little bit more. If the knee is way up here, that's okay. It means that your hips are a little bit tight, and eventually with practice, that's why yoga is called a practice, the hips will start to open up. And I'm speaking from experience. Belly button in, sit up nice and tall, reach the heart forward, and then slowly lower, dropping forehead down towards your shin or towards your ankle. Breathing nice and even, let the head go. Good. One more breath here. Use your exhale. Maybe it'll bring you down a little bit lower. Good. On your inhale, slowly come back up and then release that leg and shake it out. Good. Let's do the other side. So now right ankle underneath the right knee, right hand onto the thigh. We're going to take the left heel forward and flex the toes towards you. Turn to face your toes. Pull the belly button in towards the spine and hinge at the hips as you reach the heart forward. Reach your heart towards your toes. Come down with a flat back. Bend the knee anytime you need to, or as much as you need to. Sliding the hand down to wherever it's going to reach today. Let the head go. And breathe. Good. Inhale, slowly making your way back up, and then hugging the back of the thigh, bringing the knee up, and then maybe taking the ankle across to the opposite thigh or to the opposite ankle. Okay, just pressing the knee open and away, sitting up nice and tall, belly button pulling in towards the spine, and reach the heart forward. And then slowly lower down. Let the head go. So you may notice that one side feels a little tighter than the other. And just notice those differences without any judgment, without wondering too much why. We just want to notice the differences, just observing the body, which really helps to bring us into the present moment once again. It's good to have that awareness of what's happening in your body. Good. On your inhale, slowly coming back up and release. Once we have that awareness, we start to realize things like, I'm starting to feel sick, or I'm starting to feel tired, or maybe I need to have a drink of water, or maybe I need to rest for a moment. And that can really prevent sickness, prevent injuries, prevent, you just running yourself into the ground. So when I'm talking about notice how the shoulder feels, notice how the hip feels, really we're working towards a full awareness of things that are happening within ourselves. So I hope that you can continue to practice yoga and become more and more aware of your body. All right, ground down through the heels now. We're going to come to standing nice and slow. Make your way up and make your way to the back side of the chair. So I'm going to just turn my chair this way so you can see me. And if you are using a mat, the length of the mat is behind you. You do not have to have a mat as long as your surface is not too slippery. All right, feet, ankles underneath the hips, feet hip distance apart, toes pointing forward, coming to mountain pose, standing nice and tall here, really active through the legs, ground down through the feet, all four corners of the feet, reach tall through the crown of the head, shoulders are back and down. Close the eyes. Let's take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Good. Blink the eyes open. And let's swing the arms up on the inhale. Good. Cactus on the exhale. Reach the heart up. And then inhale, lifting up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Hands to the chair. And we're going to walk the feet back to a downward facing dog. So keep the feet hip distance apart or even wider. Bend the knees as much as you need to here. And then send the hips way, way back away from the chair. Let the head hang. Good. So here you want to have a straight spine, a flat back as much as possible. And maybe you can start to pedal out the legs a little bit and see how that feels. Couple of breaths here. Find some stillness. Good. Good. Now bend the knees a lot. Look forward and walk the feet all the way back up. Good. Now grounding down through the right foot. We're going to take a big step back with the left foot and land on the ball of the foot. All right. Here, you can heel toe the right foot over towards the back of that right chair leg, and then bend into both knees. So that way the tailbone can reach down. So instead of being here, here. Shoulders are stacked over the hips. All right, pull the belly button in towards the spine. You might already feel a stretch in this left hip flexor. Breathe nice and even. If it feels good, you can start to straighten the back leg as long as that doesn't hurt the low back in any way. Good, and then playing with balance a little bit. Let's take one hand to heart center and then the other. Good, if you need to hold on to the chair, just hold on to the chair. It's no big deal. All right, now everybody take the right hand to the middle of the chair. Inhale, lift up through the left fingertips. Good, and then exhale, take a side bend, so over to the right. Good, inhale, come back to center, and now drop the back heel, pivot the back foot so that it's parallel, I guess parallel to the back of your chair, or parallel to the back of your mat if you're using one. And then take the left fingers back, ground down through the outer edge of that back foot so that the whole leg is engaged. Right, and then bend into the front knee a little bit more. Make sure the knee is right on top of the ankle, so it's not leaning way over the ankle. Ankle right underneath the knee. Nice straight line there. Good. So come into warrior two. If you want to let go of the chair, you can take that right hand forward and gaze over the fingers. Relax the shoulders down. Maybe you sink down a little bit lower. Good. Maybe take the palm up and reverse your warrior. Back hand touches the back leg lightly. And then come back to warrior two. Hand to the chair, back hand comes up and over. Listen, if that is too much for you, you don't do it, right? Okay, or you do some kind of modification. So if you are able to come down this low, great. But if this is as much as you can do today, then you do this. If you can only hold on to the chair, that's great. That's why it's chair yoga. We have that here for our, to help us out. All right, look forward. Step the back foot up and shake that out. Okay, back to mountain pose. Feet hip distance apart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhaling up. Exhale to heart center. Hands to the chair. We're going to take a big step back with the right foot now. Land on the ball of the foot, and then heel toe your left foot over towards the back of the left chair leg. Okay, bending into both knees so that the tailbone reaches down again. Shoulders are stacked over the hips. Finding that nice stretch in the right hip flexor now. If you want more, you can start to straighten the back leg a little bit. Good, playing with balance, maybe taking one hand to heart center, maybe the other. Don't worry if that's not happening, then just keeping one hand on the chair. Good, and then everybody taking left hand to the chair. We're gonna reach the right hand high, and then exhale, taking a side bend over to your left, finding a nice stretch in the right side body. Good, inhale, come back up, and then drop the back heel, pivot that foot parallel to the back of the mat or parallel to your chair. Right hand reaching back, ground down through the outer edge of that foot. Sink down maybe a little bit lower into the left knee if that's possible for you. Your knee should be pointing towards the second toe. Shoulders stacked over the hips. If you want to take the left hand forward, please do so. Gazing over the front fingers, relax the shoulders. If they're up here in the ears, relax them down. Good. And then inhale the palm up to the sky and reverse the warrior. Back hand just touching the back leg lightly. And then inhale, come back to warrior two. Hand to the chair. Back hand comes up and over, look forward, stepping all the way up. And shaking that out if you need to. All right, all done for today already. Come on around and have a seat in your chair. And we're just gonna finish up with a seated Shavasana. Closing the eyes if you are comfortable with that. And just checking in with how the body is feeling, checking in with your breathing, checking in with the thoughts in your mind. Now see if you can, while observing the thoughts in your mind, if you can see them as clouds passing by. So you're not attaching to any thought. You're not going to think about these thoughts for long. You're just going to see them as clouds passing by. And anytime that you notice a thought popping up, see if you can gently just remind yourself to take your awareness and your attention back to your breath, back to the air coming in and out of the nostrils. We'll stay here for a few breaths in silence. Okay, slowly coming back, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, maybe stretching your arms overhead. Give yourself a big stretch. And then bring your hands back into your lap. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Okay, thanking yourself for doing yourself a good favor today, treating your mind, your body, your spirit, and thinking of what you have to be grateful for today. All right, and then together we're going to take one more deep breath. So in through the nose, holding it at the top. And then opening the mouth to slowly let it go. Bring your hands to heart center and bow your head, connecting your head to your heart.